In England, we've got some of the oldest prop houses in the world, like Farley's and places like that. Go back, for generations of people that have collected, huge antique collections, and most of them are available for hire. And there's some terrific stuff you can get here. Sort of medieval and Jacobean furniture, and great big warehouses full of it.
This particular showroom is arranged with all the continental furniture, anything with a bit of gold on it, so that it's nice and easy for the clients to choose for maybe a French Revolution period film, something like that. And we try and do that with all the departments so that they can do it easily. I mean, the times on films have been cut, the production times, so they have to come in and often do a set, for the following day.
We provide a very complete service, from giving advice at the very outset as to what the correct weaponry for the period and the purpose in hand is. We can then advise on the nature of the weaponry, whether the proportion that should be practical, the proportion that could be non-practical, how useful it would be to have rubber duplicates for background and stunt use, all that sort of thing. Once the production is underway, we then provide an armoury team who fully service those weapons for the production, who will give the actors training in their safe and period-correct usage, liaising with the director and the stunt coordinator and effects people and so on, to make sure that everything is done in a safe but dramatic manner.
This is our bed department. We try and set most of the beds up, so again it's easy for the client. But this particular one, because we can't show them all, was used in Evita, and Madonna played her last scene, I think, in that one. This we affectionately call the Bishop's bed. It's an Italian bed, and it's been used in many films, including 1 or 2 James Bond films.
With something like a Bond film, because the emphasis is on the very latest technology, we would then, because of the contacts that we have with the defence and arms industries, we were able to obtain the very latest weapons. And in addition, where there's a requirement for something that looks completely different, we have the workshop and the technical expertise to construct something here which no one's ever seen before. This is one of the special weapons that we built for the new James Bond film. This is the boat gun from the opening sequence. It was up to us to construct something that had the appearance they were after, but at the same time was capable of full automatic fire.
Well, this is our picture department, and all of these paintings here are portraits in various sizes, and we've got more portraits on the other side. There's a section for landscapes and so on, and there are about 4,000 sort of seriously good paintings here. We've got 1 or 2 in the racks. We have Napoleon. We could also give you George Washington. And even a Rembrandt.
These days, the viewing public find the weapon far more entertaining when it generates a large muzzle flash. However, the desirability with military weapons today is for the signature to be as unapparent as possible. The last thing a soldier wants is for the enemy to know where he is by the muzzle flash caused from his weapon firing. So we actually have to reverse engineer modern weapons to get to a stage where it creates as big a flash as we can possibly manage.
This particular Regency dining table is 26 feet long, and it will seat 32 people. And it's very good for shooting because you can cut it in half and get the camera right up close to the people at one end and obviously do a reverse shot.
Period weapon is a very strong aspect of our business. I think we hold the most extensive range in that respect. We hold a lot of weapons which are no longer readily available because they've achieved a collector status. We can provide weapons for the Zulu War, the Boer War, the First World War, all those kind of things off the shelf, where to go out and try and find them now on the marketplace would be very, very difficult.
This is our jewellery section. We have all the necklaces here, obviously the pearls and so on. They're not real gems, but they're very good costume jewellery, and we get the costume designers in and they make their selection for whichever dress the star or supporting actors are wearing. and it's very portable. We send a lot of things to Canada and so on, and it can just go in the post. It's very easy.
We tend to draw the line at artillery. We specialise in man-portable in one form or another, so pretty much a heavy machine gun or a mortar is as big as can be broken down to be carried by people. But we do also have field artillery in the respect of Second World War, anti-tank and field guns.
Now we're in the luggage department, and this cream luggage would have been used from the 1920s perhaps right up until the 50s, and we've got about 300 pieces of that, but the luggage in total is about 4,000 cases and trunks, so there's enough for any Titanic film.
We have an extensive enough network that whether it be a period item or a contemporary one, if we don't have it here, then we can find it either from a specialist supplier or contact in some respect. We have connections with museums who allow us to have items on loan, which we can subsequently copy if we need to. So there's really nothing that can't be done.
We have such great resources in terms of prop houses which stock absolutely everything, and you do realise what an advantage it is. I mean, I've worked in lots of different countries and have sort of often ended up having to ship stuff over from here because we just do have such a good choice in terms of prop houses.